Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss division of integers. This is 7th grade mathematics. If you remember, last time we have discussed multiplication of integers. But today we are going to focus how you can divide one integer by another integer. So actually division is an inverse operation of multiplication. So if you multiply two numbers and you get a product, same way, if you divide that product by any one of those two numbers, you will get the quotient. So that is multiplication and division are inverse operation. So for every multiplication fact, there will be two division facts. See the examples. Suppose these are two numbers 7 and 9. So 7 multiplied by 9 gives you 63. So now 63 can be divided by any one of those two numbers. So for example, 63 divided by 7 gives you 9. Similarly, you can divide 63 by 9 as well to get 7. And on the other hand, let's take another example. Second example, there is one of the number is negative. So minus 8 multiplied by 6. You remember multiplication of integers? Since they are opposite sign, the result will be negative, right? So product is negative, minus 48. So if you divide minus 48 by 6, you get minus 8. Or else, if you divide minus 48 by minus 8, you get the 6. So you can observe carefully that for every multiplication fact, you have a division fact. So there is a very simple rule for division. If divisor and dividend, that is numerator and denominator you can call, if divisor and dividend are same sign, result will be positive. For example, let's take example like 8 divided by 4. Both are positive. You know, writing positive sign is not compulsory, but I'm writing just to elaborate, just to explain, just to clarify that both are positive. So result will be positive. See? Similarly, if both are negative like this, then also result will be positive. That is very important to remember. If both are same sign, answer will be positive. But if both are opposite sign, then answer will be negative. So let's take example of these two. For example, let's take an example of one positive number and one negative number. So suppose I'm trying to divide plus 8 by minus 4, then they are in opposite sign, so result will be negative, that is minus 2. Similarly, even if numerator is negative and denominator is positive like this, then also result will be negative, minus 2, right? So actually this is a summary of these rules are here on the screen. See, if I divide a positive integer with a positive integer, result will be positive. If I divide a negative integer with negative integer, then also result is positive. But if you divide a opposite sign like positive integer by a negative integer or negative integer by a positive integer, since their sign are opposite, result will be negative in these two cases, right? So now what we will do for division, there are some properties of integer. Let's discuss those properties. Closure property. You remember addition. For addition, integers are closed. If you add two integers, result will be an integer. Similarly, if you subtract two integer, then also result will be integer. And if you multiply two integers, then also result will be integer. So they all are closed for integers. But in case of division, there is a possibility that result is not integer. If you divide two integer, then result may be integer and may not be integer. For example, let's divide 8 by 4, then result in an integer. But for example, if you divide 5 divided by 2, then result is not an integer. It is not an integer. Therefore, I can clearly say integers are not closed. Integers are not closed under division. Okay. On the other hand, when you talk about commutative property, then also division is not commutative for integer. For example, if we try to divide, suppose I'm trying to divide 8 divided by 4. What is the result? 2. If I change their position, then 4 divided by 8. 4 divided by 8 is half, 1 by 2. They are not same. Therefore, division is not commutative for integer. Similarly, if we talk about associative property where 3 numbers are involved, so division is not associative also. You can verify with some examples. We will do some verification in the exercise, right? Now, what is the property of 1? What will happen if you divide any integer by 1? Result will be same integer. So for example, if a divided by 1, answer will be a, right? So 1 has no effect. If you divide any integer by 1, answer will have no effect. It will be the same integer. And property of 0, if you divide any number, if you divide 0 by any number, answer will be 0. Remember, you can never divide a number by 0. So a integer divided by 0 is not defined. But if you divide by any other integer, answer will be 0. So let's now try to do some examples. These are some questions from the exercise. Let us do them such that you can understand how to solve the sums of integers. So this is the first question. Let us try question number 1. What it says, minus 24 divided by minus 6. I can write as a fraction also. Now you know very well you know that if I divide 24 by 6, so 4 times 24 will be divided by 6 4 times. So answer will be 4. And remember, both the signs are negative. So they are same sign. Do you remember the rule? If both of them are same sign, result will be positive. So this is the answer for first question. Similarly, you can solve the second question also. In second question, it is 55 divided by 11. Okay, you can proceed without fraction. You can proceed like this also. So 55 divided by 11 is actually 5. You know, 11 5s are 55. But since they are opposite sign, 55 is positive, 11 is negative. You remember the rule? Answer will be negative. C, third part. Similarly, you can proceed for third part. Minus 56 divided by 8. Now 8 is positive, 56 is negative. So remember, answer will be negative. That is for sure. Now 56 divided by 8, how much? 7 times. So minus 7 is the answer. Now let us talk about next question. That is, both of them are negative. You see, minus 42 divided by minus 7. Okay, you can also divide like a fraction. So both are negative, so answer will be 100% positive. And 42 divided by 7 gives you 6. 6 sevens are 42, right? Now let us solve last two parts, that is E part. E part, if you observe carefully, before you proceed for division, you have to solve this inside of the bracket. As per Bodmer's rule, first I have to solve the numbers between inside of the bracket. So minus 34 plus minus 1. So let us solve them. So I can proceed like I can write the whole question. Minus 35 divided by in big brackets minus 34 plus minus 1. Now I can write this question minus 35 divided by, minus 34 and minus 1, they are same sign, so they will be added and answer will be negative, so it is minus 35, right? And minus 35 both they are equal, so result will be 1, and both are negative sign, therefore result will be positive. So this is the how you can proceed for question number 5th. Now 6th question, that is F part. F part you can proceed like this. uh, Again you can see there are two addition question, so there are two addition question involved. So let's first resolve the addition question. So minus 24 and plus 4, how much? Since they are opposite sign, result will be difference of 24 and 4, and sign will be bigger number is negative, so sign will be minus 20. So this is minus 20, and divided by, similarly, minus 6 and plus 16, they are opposite sign, so the answer will be difference of these two, and sign will be bigger number is 16, so it is plus 10. So minus 20 divided by 10, both are opposite sign, therefore result will be negative, and 20 divided by 10 is equal to 2. So that's actually talks about the, all this a simple question I have solved for you. You can do similar question yourself. Now question number 2 is fill in the blanks. So we can use the properties, of integers. For example, let us solve the first one. It says 69 plus, oh, it's divided by. 69 divided by, this is divided by symbol. 69 divided by what gives you 1? You remember the basic property, if you divide a number from same number, the answer will be 1. So obviously here the answer is 69. So 69 divided by 69 gives you 1. Now let's do the second question. Minus 6 divided by what gives you minus 1? See, if I try to divide minus 6 from same number, then answer will be plus 1. But here the answer is negative, so I have to keep these two numbers at opposite sign. These two numbers should be opposite sign. These two numbers should be opposite sign. That's what, then only I'll get a negative sign here. So it is plus 6, not minus 6. So if I divide minus 6 by plus 6, result will be minus 1. Okay. Now let's go for third part, that is C part. Minus 4 divided by what gives me 4? Again, if I divide by 1, result will be same, that is minus 4. But here the answer is positive 4. Therefore, I should divide by minus 1, right? So if I divide minus 4 by minus 1, since both of them are negative, result will be positive. Now let us continue with fourth part. By what number I should divide by 21 to gives me 7? This can be obtained here by multiplication of 7 to 21. So 7 ones are 7 and 7 twos are 14. So actually it is 147. But remember, this is minus 21. But result is positive. What does it mean? This should also be same sign. So because if they are same sign, then only I'll get result positive, right? That rule we have discussed in the previous, slide. 0 divided by any number is 0. No question asked. Whatever number, for example, if you divide 0 by suppose 10,000, then also result will be 0. 0 divided by any number, let it be positive number, let it be negative number, doesn't matter. Answer will always be 0, right? Now come back to this last question. What should I divide by 7 to get minus 7? Again, to find out this number, I should multiply 7 and 7. Now you know very well 7 multiplied by 7 is equal to 49. So actually here the answer should be 49. But remember again, to get negative sign, these two should be opposite sign. So this 7 was positive, therefore 49 should be negative. So this is the fill in the blanks question. You can do similar question from your book. And if you have any doubt, you can write down in comments and I will answer your doubts separately. Now, this particular question involves the properties of integer. See, this is property for integer. Observe carefully. It says a property 1 says you have to verify these properties using these values of a, b, c, right? So let's start one by one. Property 1, a divided by b plus c is not equal to a divided by b plus c. So because this division is not associative, similarly here a multiplied by b plus c. So actually multiplication is distributive. That's why here multiplication is getting distributed over addition. So this will be true, but this will not be true. Let us check one by one. Let's start with property 1. Okay, and let's start with left hand side. So left hand side says a divided by b plus c. So let's use the values given. Say a value of a is -2. So I'll put here -2. I prefer to put negative numbers in brackets, okay, to avoid any confusion. Similarly here also let me use big bracket because for c I'll be using small brackets. So b is 3 and c is -4. Let's solve the value. Okay, let's solve this value. So -2 as it is divided by, now 3 minus 4, 3 and -4 are being added. They are opposite signs, so actually difference will be taken. So I'll take difference of these two numbers. Difference is 1. 4 and 3 difference is 1. But what sign it will be? The sign will be as per the sign of bigger number. Here bigger number is negative. 4 is bigger as compared to 3. Therefore it is -1. So now -2 divided by -1. Now I'm going to use the rule of division. Both are same sign. Therefore result will be positive. And what will be the value? 2 divided by 1. Answer is 2. So left hand side is +2. Let us proceed with the right hand side. Slowly but correctly you have to do the answers. Right hand side says a divided by b, okay, plus c. So let's proceed with the calculations. A is equal to -2. Let me use a big bracket and then a small bracket. A is equal to -2 divided by b, that is 3, okay, and plus -4. Now this is actually -2 by 3. This is a fraction. This is not even integer. -2 divided by 3 is 2 by 3. It is not divisible. Okay. It will remain like a fraction only. And plus -4. So final result is, you can calculate it, but actually it is no need to calculate. It is certainly not equal to +2. It is certainly not equal to +2 because the answer will be in fraction here, and +2 is very good integer number, right? Therefore it proves left hand side is not right hand side. So I can write here left hand side is not equal to right hand side. Correct? It has been verified. First property, that they are not equal. Now let me clear the screen and let me talk about property number 2. So in property number 2 also let me take left hand side. Left hand side says a multiplied by b plus c. Let us take the values. So a is equal to -2. I prefer to use bracket for negative numbers. Multiplied by b. B is equal to 3 plus, sorry for the sign, plus -4. So -4 I will write in bracket. There is one more bracket closing. So -2 multiplied by, now let us add this -3 and -4. Since they are opposite sign, result will be difference. Difference is minus and negative sign, so -1. Why negative I have taken? Because 4 is bigger than 3 and sign of the bigger number we take for addition of integers, right? Now minus 2 multiplied by minus 1. Do you remember the rule of multiplication? Both are same sign, therefore result will be positive, and 2 multiplied by 1 gives you 2. So left hand side is 2. Now let's proceed with right hand side. Right hand side is a multiplied by b plus a multiplied by c. Let us calculate the values. A was minus 2 multiplied by b. B is 3. Let me use a big bracket here for clarification. Now plus a, again a is equal to minus 2 again here, and multiplied by c, that is minus 4. I'm taking the values from the questions, and let me use one more big bracket for clarity. Now let us calculate them. Minus 2 multiplied by 3, result will be minus 6. Because they are opposite sign, result will be negative. Let me put in brackets plus, sorry for the sign, plus minus 2 multiplied by minus 4. Both are same sign, therefore result will be positive and value will be 8. Right? Now minus 8, minus 6 plus 8. Since they are opposite sign, result will be difference of this. Differences of 8 and 6 is 2, and sign will be bigger number, so 8 is positive, so result will be positive. You can observe very carefully that both are equal. Left hand side and right hand side are equal. So I can always write very clearly, hence it is proved the left hand side is right hand side. These two equations are verified. And don't forget the basic name of this property. It says distribution of multiplication over addition. Right? So let's proceed to note 4. What question number 4 says? Can you explain that integers are closed for division or not? Answer is obviously no. We have discussed that before, right? So how you will write in your examination? Suppose this question comes in your examination and you are supposed to write few things about it. So how we'll write all this? Let me take my pen and let me show you how to write this. Okay. So question number 4. Are integers are closed for division? Answer is no. Now it says explain. So I'll take, if I divide two integer, result may not be integer. So you have to write in words. If we divide an integer by another integer, this is a theory question. You have to write in sentences in English. By another integer, the result or the quotient or result will not always be an integer. Always be an integer. Remember, sometime it may be, sometime it can be an integer, but it is not always an integer. Let's give some example here. Suppose I have two integers, minus 8 divided by minus or plus 3 divided by 3. You know what is the result? Result is minus 8 over 3. It is not an integer. Not an integer, right? Therefore, integers are not closed for division. Done? Now let's try second question, that is fifth one. It says the product of two integers is 72. If one of the integer is minus 9, find the second integer. You can find the opposite process, that is by division. If product is given and one of the integers are given, it is something like this. Suppose the unknown integer is x. Okay, the question is asking find the second integer. So suppose the second integer is x. So x multiplied by minus 9 gives you 72. Okay. So how will you find the second integer? You can write, before that you can write, assuming that second integer is x. Assuming that second integer is x. So now x is equal to 72 divided by -9. It is opposite process, you know, we have already discussed. So 72 divided by -9, since they are different signs, 72 is positive, 9 is negative. So answer will be negative. We remember that rule. If they are opposite sign, answer will be negative. And 72, if you divide by 9, answer will be 8, because 72, 9 times 8 gives you 72, right? So this is the answer. You can write answer in words also. That second integer will be -8, -8. So now let's do one or two more questions. Now you can also solve different types of questions from a book. And if you have any doubt, you can post your question in the discussion in the comment box, and I will answer. So this is the next question. Okay, what is the question? Let's try to read and understand the question. A swimmer is practicing swimming. She starts by swimming a span of 0.6 kilometer and increases her span by a distance of 80 meter every day. What will be the total distance covered by her after 6 days? See, so first of all, she started. So let us write the statements, because this is word problem. So you have to write statement. So you can say she started, or initial span. She start with initial span, you can say. Initial span. She started with initial span of 0.6 kilometer. Now remember, the everyday she is increasing 80 meter, and here it is in kilometer. So I can't add directly. Both units should be same. Either both should be in kilometer or both should be in meter. So let me convert this into meters. And you know 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. Therefore result will be this 600 meter. 0.6 multiplied by 1000 gives you 600 meter, right? This basic calculation you have done in your 6th grade. So 600 meter. So every day, so span increase in span every day. So increase per day. Increase span per day. How much it is? 80 meter. Therefore, this is symbol for therefore. See what will be the total distance covered after 7 days. So let us calculate in 7 days how much span has been covered. Okay. So after 7 days. So total increase in span in 7 days. Let us calculate how much she has increased in 7 days, like this. This will be 80 multiplied by 7. Right? Now 8 sevens are 56. So 560 meters. So now total distance covered will be see, initially it was 600 meter, and in 7 days she has increased by 560 meters. So total distance will be 600 plus 560. If you try to add, it will be 1160 meter. If you want to convert back into kilometer, then divide by 1000. Then answer will be 1.16 kilometer. Right? So you can write answer in words in the end. That the total distance covered by her after 7 days will be 1.16 kilometer. Fine. Now this is my last question. This is very practical question, because this comes in real life. In real life, when you appear in competitive exams, there are positive marks, and for wrong answer they deduct the marks. Okay. Right now you may not be facing these type of exams, but when you'll go to higher grades, these type of examinations are actually very, very common. That you can get negative marks for wrong answers. So here in a competitive exams, 5 marks are awarded for every correct answer. So actually I'll take is positive 5, right? Because it is getting awarded to me. And if for every wrong answer 2 marks are deducted, so for deducted marks I'll take negative, so -2, right? And no marks for not attempting a question. So better to not attempt a question if you don't know the answer, because if you do the wrong answer it will deduct the marks. So there was a student called Abhi. He scores 32 marks in the examination. How many questions he solved wrongly if he scored 14 questions correctly? So positive marks. Let us correct how much marks he has got for positive. So uh, so we can do 14 marks he did correctly. So marks obtained for correct answers. How much marks he got for correct answer? Correct answer will be 14 multiplied by 5, because for each question he's getting 5 marks, right? And positive 5 marks. So 14 multiplied by plus 5. So how much is this? So 14, 5 4s are 20, 2 carry, 5 1s are 5 2, 70. Actually, we should remember the table of 14. So it's 70 marks, right? And they are positive. Remember, I can put positive sign here, but not necessary. You can put or you cannot put. That is your choice. But positive sign meaning it is marks. It has been awarded for correct answer. And what are the marks? See, what is the question? How many question is solved wrongly? So marks obtained. Suppose he did marks obtained for X wrong questions. You know, I'm assuming that he done X number of questions wrongly and X wrong answers. X wrong answers. So it is -2 multiplied by X, right? I can write -2x. It is like an algebra question. You know, X will be introduced here. Now total marks is already given. So I can calculate total marks like this. Total marks will be -2x wrong answers plus correct answers. Correct answer is 70. But total marks actually given is 32 in the question. So from here I can find out the number of wrong answer. From here I can calculate x. Let's try to calculate x here. So let me carry this 70 on right side. I hope you have done this in 6th grade algebra. 32 minus 70. When plus 70 goes other side of the equal sign, it becomes -70. So answer will be 70 minus 32 with negative sign. So answer will be negative because 70 is bigger. So I can subtract. So it will be 8 and 60, 38. 38 is the answer, right? So now therefore x will be -38 divided by -2. Both are negative, therefore answer will be positive. And 38 divided by 2 is equal to 17. So actually Abhi has solved 17 question wrongly. So this is the one example of division of integers. So I expect you to complete all the question of your book, and if you have any doubt, please give in the comment and I will give you the answers. Thank you.